Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. It is that time of year again as we are getting ready to kick off the 2019-20 season of the Fort Wayne Area High School Hockey Association right here on SummitCitySports.com. So one of the main things that has happened over the offseason, as many people will have come to know, family and friends of players that have played in the league for a while, is the subtraction of 3 teams. The Summit City Panthers, the Fort Wayne Bruins, and the Bishop Dwenger Saints have all lost the team and have been folded into one team, now known as the Fort Wayne Vipers. Coming out onto the ice right now, as you see, is a new junior varsity team, now known as the Fort Wayne Renegades, which is a successor to the previous incarnation, the Fort Wayne Bandits, that played about the 2013, 2014, and the 2012, 2013 seasons. So as I said, there's only 4 teams in the league right now. That is, of course, the Homestead Spartans, the Carroll Chargers, the Leo Lions, and of course, the newly formed Fort Wayne Vipers. Before we get going, though, of course, as you know, today's broadcast is, of course, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. That is 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all SAC live streaming events. And Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group. With over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, please visit drivekelly.com, where it's simple, transparent, and, of course, reliable. ACME Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. ACME Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete ceiling, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's regional campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Now to announce the rosters for the Carroll Chargers. So as we get ready to start off the 2019-20 season right here on Fort Wayne High School Hockey Association, right here on SummitCitySports.com, teams are returning to the benches, getting ready for their pregame warm-ups. So as you know, some familiar faces for both teams and relatively new ones coming in for, of course, freshmen and players that were from teams that have, of course, been disbanded and folded into the Fort Wayne Vipers. So continuing on to our sponsors of SummitCitySports.com. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Visit them at Tom Steel Tire. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment found only at Big Eyed Fish.
Of Homestead. We're going to get a quick interview here with DJ Fisher, the head coach of Homestead, here in a second as soon as he's done talking to the officials. That brings up a good point, though, while they're over here. One of the big stories at the beginning of this year, at least, is going to be the difference in physicality. A new rule with USA Hockey this year, rules that late hits, as soon as the player gets rid of the puck, you can't hit him, otherwise that's going to be a minor penalty. So with two physical teams like what we're going to see here tonight in this first game, that should be a big factor, and we'll see how it plays in early with a lot of special teams play. But back up to Brandon for a second while DJ finishes up down here.
That is, of course, former Summit City Panther player Joe Hacker. He is going to be joining me up here in the booth when we get set for game time. But for right now, he is going to be down on the bench, kind of giving us a new feature here on Summit City Sports, such as bench interviews with coaching staff, players, and more. So as he said, kind of a new rule change coming into the league this year as a reference to late hits. Of course, this is to obviously reduce down on plays that kind of would be considered dangerous to other players and would kind of result in retaliation, stuff like that, kind of disrupt the flow of the game. This, of course, is to obviously generate more offense, but also kind of, as I said, to make it a little easier on players so they don't sit there, they'll get rid of the puck, and next thing you know, they're looking down the ice to see where the next play is, and next thing you know, they're hit up into the boards high, and of course, now they're on their backs. So a few more rule changes coming in the league this year. And of course, the head official, of course, for tonight is going to be Chris Hoy. Many of the returning parents, of course, know Mr. Hoy on the officiating side. So DJ Fisher returning for the Homestead Spartans as head coach, coming off a very big season last year. Kind of a surprise team, so to speak, as the Homestead Spartans managed to make it all the way to the Memorial Cup Finals against the Carroll Chargers. Unfortunately, as it has been a while, I do not remember the outcome of that game, but I do know it's been quite a bit since the Homestead Spartans have been into the Memorial Cup Finals, as it kind of has been the normal Carroll-Leo rivalry that's kind of been taken up at Memorial Cup Finals. So it was actually kind of nice to see a new team join the fray. And as I said, now with only 4 teams, the talent is more spread out. So now you can see almost anybody contending for this new #1 spot in the league. So next week we do have next games, October 30th. The Fort Wayne Vipers will face the Carroll Chargers for the first time ever. That game is 6:40 right here on the Indiana Tech Ice on Rink 1 here at the Sparkview Port 1 Ice House. And then, of course, the 8:40 game is Homestead versus the Leo Lions. We take it back down to the bench with the Homestead Spartans head coach.
All right, DJ, big game tonight. How do you guys continue to build on the momentum of the last 2 years, continuing to grow as a team and get farther in state and almost winning it?
We're finally one of the older teams now. We've been a younger team the last couple of years. We got a lot of older guys, a lot of good leadership. So I'm hoping that that's going to carry us that little extra mile.
You guys are one of the more physical teams in the league. With the new rule this year about physicality and cracking down on late hits, do you tell your guys anything like to just tone that down a little bit, or you just let them play?
No, we're still going to be very aggressive. I mean, that's a big part to our game. It's just being smart with it. We know now that if a guy releases the puck and you can let up, you have to let up. So things like that we talk about a lot and try to keep that in the back of their head. But no, we're still going to be aggressive.
All right, you guys have already played 4 games as a team, winning all 4 of them, whereas Carroll hasn't played any. How do you think that helps your guys?
Mostly with the camaraderie, knowing each other, knowing where guys are going to be. They gelled well as a group, and I'm hoping that gives us the little edge here that we can jump all over Carroll early.
Wait, are you on the camera?
Yeah. Can you tell us?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What do you think about while you're here, honestly?
I'll go to the other coach
All right,
first.
all right, never mind. All right, that's all we got. Thanks, DJ. Back up to Brandon.
Thanks.
A little bit of a poke of fun from referee Chris Hoy on that one. But as he said, physicality, of course, is a thing. So that is a key event, I think, for the Homestead Spartans is going to be. They have played 4 games and have won all 4. So that would kind of give Homestead a little bit of an advantage over Carroll, who has yet to play a game. Homestead, more seasoned there, already got their feet on them. They already know what to expect from game time. Carroll, all they have is their practices on play. So now they're going to have to kind of adjust on the fly to a team that is already seasoned under their belt in a very young high school hockey season. And some of you wondering, of course, how are they playing games already when the Fort Wayne area hasn't even started yet? That is due to crossover games for teams from out of city and teams such as Carmel Gold, Culver Military Academy, Zionsville HSE, teams like that are in different areas across Indiana. So teams will return to their bench. We will take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the opening puck drop right here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
So we are back for puck drop right here. Starting goaltenders real quick for the Homestead Spartans is going to be returning goaltender number 24, Ryan Lay. And for the Carroll Chargers, it'll be also returning goaltender number 94, Jared Reinhold. And we have puck drop on the very first face-off for the 2019-20 campaign of high school hockey here in Fort Wayne. Along the near side, Kevin Perry playing the puck, now part of the new formerly team Fort Wayne Spacemen. Here's a shot for scores! That did not take long, 16 seconds into the game. as that one comes from number 12, Cody Hurley.
Launch into a replay here. You see right off the face-off, we'll skip ahead a little bit, but that one all starts here with this weak side play by Homestead. They do a great job getting the puck over to Hurley on the weak side, gives them lots of time and space to skate down right there and rip that one home.
So coming off the draw, a goal by Hurley. Homestead up 1-0 already. Now played over to Asiala right on the face-off circle, up to Juarez. Juarez looks for a break pass, coming in on a breakaway with the deke. Shot, save, and it is under the goaltender Reinhold. That breakaway coming from number 13, Dylan Marks.
Textbook breakout there. Gets the puck up to Juarez there on the wall. He gets a nice little stretch pass right there through to Marks. Pretty much in all on a little half breakaway. Great move and a great stop by Reinhold.
So Carroll feeling the pressure already early, and now face off. Here's Marks once again. Shot save. Rebound opportunity is off the side of the net and behind to the far corner. Now into the feet of the official. It looks like Juarez will play it down to himself along the corner. Now it's going to be grabbed by number 55, Nick Tigner. Now it is going to be Juarez once again at the point. Shot blocked in front, and now it's going to be off the boards and out. Played now by Asiala. Asiala knocked down on the play by Devin Perry, and now it's going to be intercepted at the circle by number 12. That is, of course, Chris Wallum. Shot scores! Carroll on the board too. That one coming from Simon Linninger.
Carroll does a great job on that one, just getting the puck there in the corner and getting it right out into the front. Homestead lacking a little bit in coverage there. Carroll just gets some wood on it, and we're tied up right away. Fast start to this game. 2 goals, and we're only a little over a minute in. A minute or 2 in.
So these two teams pretty much picking up right where they left off last season. Is of course they played each other in the Memorial Cup Finals. Of course, as I mentioned in the pregame, I wasn't quite sure what the result was last season. Joe, do you remember?
Yeah, last year Carroll. I mean, it was a good back and forth game, but Carroll really just bared down there in the end. They scored 3 goals all from Jake Dess right in a row unanswered, and that really just set them apart.
So now a shot from the point is blocked in front. That is in the feet of, looks like Johnson. Another shot by Burge, and that one is smothered by the goaltender Lay. Net came off the play on that one as well, so kind of a double whistle on that one. The net coming off and the goaltender freezing the puck. So Lay, of course, is the returning goaltender for Homestead. He kind of knows Coach DJ a little bit. So that would give him a little more experience on the play. Now it's going to be down in the corner to be played by Perry. Perry centers in front, but Ringberg is tied up. And now Wallum off the crossbar.
There you see Carroll going right again to the front of the net. That's great stuff. That's the scoring area where you're trying to get the puck.
Devin Perry, also part of the newly formed Fort Wayne Spacemen. He's bumped off the far side near the penalty box. And there's that physicality that Coach DJ was talking about in the pregame interviews. Now it's going to be played up along the far side by Wallum. He's bumped off the play. And now it's going to be Perry. He's tripped up by Doherty. That one is going to draw a penalty, and the Carroll Chargers will get the very first power play of the 2019 campaign.
Take a quick look back at this one here. Skip ahead a little bit again. But textbook trip, and we'll get a very early look at that Carroll power play as they try to extend this lead. You see right there, Doherty just gets the stick right there in the feet. Nothing he can really do about that. Ref's going to call that one every time.
So Carroll with the first power play of the game. And now they get ready to go as the penalty time is on the clock. Face-off is won and controlled by the Carroll Chargers. Now over to Palmer. Palmer sends it down low to Burge. Burge with it now along the near side. And now up to the point. Controlled by Palmer. Down low to Leninger. Leninger controlling it to the far side of the point. And now it's going to be sent down low to number 19. That is Cameron Perry.
Carroll with a lot of great puck movement here early. Would like to see a little more bit of a shooting action there, but
now into the corner. Roach knocked down on the play. Centering feed for Perry. Shot and another save by the goaltender Lay. Doing a good job hugging his post.
Great job there by Carroll trying to just stuff that one there on the edge. You know, wraparounds don't usually work, but a little play like that might catch the goalie off guard because you never know. He could just stuff it, or he could also go around the world on the goalie and try and tuck it on the backside.
As you mentioned, Carroll going with kind of a hot potato approach to the power play, trying to draw the defenseman out of position to get an easy shot. And now here's a shot just outside the crease. That one by Wallum, out to the point, to be played by number 91. That is Caleb Demiri, Asiala trying to get out of the zone. That is knocked down by Demiri. Play onside, and now it's going to be grabbed by Roach. Roach, a big player for the Spartans last year, as he managed to rack up the points, and now Perry trying to keep it in. He's able to keep it in, but not gets it very far in. And now here's Burge. Burge throws it on net. That one's in the stick of Lay. He tries to center it, but kept alive at the point. Demiri with a shot, saved by Lay. Asiala has it, and they will send it down the ice with 40 seconds remaining in the power play for the Chargers.
Not a great shot there by Carroll. Had no one in front or really anyone below the hash marks to get that rebound.
Perry coming in the zone, shot. That one's off the blocker and steered to the corner. Centering feed, nobody there. And now the Carroll Chargers will have to touch up.
Back to that shot from the top of the point. Having no one down there, it just allows an easy clear there from Homestead after Carroll had so much control and didn't need to give it up.
Wallum sent down the ice. Now Reichert with a hit. Here is Roach. Bumped off by Wallum. Perry coming in to assist, as well as McNeil. Brandon McNeil throws it down the ice. Stick down by Palmer, as it only got to about the red line. And now that one is still onside a little bit there. That was kind of a shocker. And now it is going to be played along the boards, and we have a penalty coming up. Tripping on the play. It looks like it's going to go to number 10. That is Devin Perry.
See if we can get another look at this one here. Here you see that play earlier going on, that clear. Oh, skipper ahead again. Here's the play on the wall. Not a great look at it, but you do see the Homestead player there on the ground.
So as I mentioned, joining me in the booth this year is former Summit City Panther Joe Hacker. Now it's going to be controlled by Doherty inside the zone. Now playing up to Besh, but it's intercepted, and now down inside the Homestead zone. McNeil with it now, pressured by Palmer. Palmer really putting the pressure on, and now they go down to the ice. And a penalty upcoming to the Carroll Chargers, so it'll be a 5-on-3. Here's Doherty into the zone. He's poke checked. That one's touched up. And Homestead with a 5-on-3 power play for 1:36.
Yeah, on that one, they just kind of get tied up there, and they just both go down, you know. I mean, that's a 50-50 call on that one. But nonetheless, we play a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey here. Actually, make that 5-on-3, my bad.
Looks like the call was holding. 10:21 remaining in the first period. It is tied 1-1 in our opening game here on SummitCitySports.com.
Look for Marks on the top left point to be a trigger man here on the power play. Scored a lot of goals last year, has a great shot.
And here's Marks again, shot save. Rebound opportunity is to the faceoff dot, but kept down low by the Spartans, and now it's going to be played by Hurley in the neutral zone. Hurley coming in, fakes the shot as he goes to the far side. Now over to number 5, that is Anthony Nickel. And now it's going to be played by Hurley. Hurley with it now over to Nickel. Now sends it down low. Looks like to Juarez. Juarez out to Marks at the point. Marks taking a look at his options. He's poke checked there by Wallum. And Wallum coming down the ice. He is pressured there by number 10. That is number 16, Hunter Ramos. Ramos coming into the zone. Shot saved by the goaltender Reinhold. And he'll hang on. 41 seconds remaining in the penalty to Devin Perry. 1:05 remaining in the penalty to Palmer. 9:26 left in the first.
Some solid goaltending early by Reinhold. Not really giving up too many juicy rebounds. Good job holding on to that one. And still 1-1, but definitely not out of the woods with this 5-on-3 here.
Face-off controlled by the Spartans. Now over to the shot. That one's stopped. And it's in the net. Scores. It's a power play goal.
Spoke too soon. There is just a Homestead rip, you know. And not a whole lot they can do about that one. It's a 5-on-3 in Homestead with all the talent they have. It was probably just a matter of time. But we'll see if Carroll can bear down here and kill off this last little bit of the last 58 seconds on the penalty to Palmer.
That one coming from number 23, Colin Scholler. as that one hits a power play. It is 2-1 Spartans.
Just a slight delay here, working on getting that first penalty to Perry off the scoreboard here, and we'll be getting going here in a second. Always early season for everybody, so happens.
Off the face-off, McNeil with it now into the zone. He is picked off by Perry. Perry down low. Cameron's shot goes just wide of the net. Now played by Leninger. Leninger throws it down low to Lay. Now it's going to be played by Doherty. Pressured now by Perry. Doherty with it now decides to cut just outside the crease and down, or excuse me, up the middle of the ice. And play will be whistled down by offsides as Besh came in just a tiny bit early.
Homestead doing a pretty good job so far of using the middle of the ice to move the puck out of the D zone. You saw it right there. Doherty just skates up there through the gate. You saw McNeil try to do it earlier. So that's going to be a key for them. Not a lot of teams expect that kind of thing.
Now tied up on the draw on that one is going to be along to the far side. There's a heavy hit along the boards. That one coming from Hurley. That one's on, it looks like Ridge. That one will be flipped into the safety netting. Play whistle down. 8:34 remaining in the first period. Homestead's up 2-1.
There you see one of the things that makes Hurley so hard to play against. Not only is he great offensively, defensively, he's so much bigger than just about everyone else out there. I mean, when he's coming at you, I mean, that's a little bit of a scary sight. He certainly rocked me a couple of times back in my day, but I assure you that one did not feel good on Ridge.
Face-off controlled by the Spartans. Once again, another shot, save off the goaltender. Rebound opportunity cleared away there in front by looks like number 63. That is Simon Leninger. Now tied up along the boards, Juarez and Leninger. Now Homestead comes away with it. Carroll back to full strength. Homestead 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Now it's going to be shot in the zone by Marks. Homestead touch up. And now it's going to be played by number 91, Demiri. Leninger up to Perry. He backhands it into the zone just briefly as Marks sends it up to the near side. Juarez kind of in by himself. Juarez with a shot that goes just wide. Now here's Cameron Perry. Banks it off the boards to himself. It's a 3-on-2 for the Chargers. And another deke. Perry to Wallum, and the pass is just behind Wallum. Here's Roach. Wallum getting feisty on that one as him and Juarez were exchanging words on that one.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy with the hit he took from Juarez. Starts throwing some haymakers on there.
Looks like
they'll
Juarez.
take them both.
Yeah, looks like Juarez is going as well. But I feel like Wallum's kind of going to get a little bit extra on the play.
Yeah, definitely, I'd say so. We'll try and get a quick replay here in before they start play. See the play develop a little bit, and it'll happen here on the boards right down in front of us. There's that opportunity there where Wallum just pass wasn't there, but good looks. And now you see him getting into that little altercation there. That's just the kind of thing that these teams need to avoid, you know. I mean, you can't be taking unnecessary penalties like that, especially in a close game. But luckily it doesn't really cost him. It looks like we're just going to stay 5-on-5.
Yeah, those unnecessary penalties killed my team back in 2014-15 during our run to the 5A state title, and we lost. We didn't get out of the robin round, really. We had a lot of unnecessary penalties when I played for the Carroll Chargers in 14-15.
It's just such a killer, especially when you're going down a man. And at that high of a level, all the teams are going to have great power plays. You just can't be giving up opportunities like that. Looks like they're still figuring it out.
So Juarez is definitely in the box, and it looks like Carroll will be assessed another 2 minutes on the play. So Homestead with their third power play opportunity of the night. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 3. Shot along the side of the boards, it's blocked, and now Nicole's going to have it for the Spartans, pressured by Devin Perry. Played up ice to McNeil. McNeil. Poke check there by Cameron Perry. And now it's going to be controlled by Marks. Now to the far boards, looking for Nicole. Now up to Hurley. Hurley gets into the zone, gets around Palmer, but comes right back, and there's going to be yet another penalty.
That I think is going to be a slash. Looks like Hurley was taking a couple of chops there on his way in. And, I mean, you're trying to do what you can to slow a guy like that down, but that's just not the way to do it. Another 5-on-3.
So on the previous play, it was a double minor for roughing to Wallem on that one. And, of course, Juarez probably getting just a 2-minute for roughing. So now 5-on-3 once again, and yet another penalty.
Yeah, we got a hook there on the face-off. Try and take a quick look back at that, but definitely a penalty. He really just got up in there on his arms. We'll see it on the left side here in a second. Yeah, right there on that left side. That's going to be Marks, I think. Yep.
So that negates the 5-on-3 power play, but Homestead still with the man advantage. It is now 4-on-3, one of the rarest power plays you'll ever see in hockey. Coming in the zone, here's McNeil. McNeil with a deke, saved by Reinhold, and that one's behind the net. Now to the far corner. McNeil, pressure now, he gets out to Hurley with a shot, and that one stopped. It's like it's going to be Ramos with it. Gets to a backhand. That one's off the pad of Reinhold, and now grabbed by Hurley. Hurley once again controlling it. Gets out to the point to McNeil. McNeil at the far point. Shot. That one's off a stick and into the safety netting. Play whistled down.
You've called Hunter Ramos' name a couple of times. He's a little guy, but don't get me wrong. The kid is a stud. He's got great speed. During a 3-on-3 summer league that I was in of some of the high school teams, he lit up the league, averaged at least a goal per game, I think. So he definitely has talent.
Let's see how he can translate that here into the high school league, as he is coming in as a freshman this year for the Homestead Spartans. Face-off won by Scholler. Out to the point for Johnson. Johnson, a shot, save off the goaltender Reinhold. He dives out to his left to cover the puck. One thing Homestead kind of taking advantage of is Reinhold's a little bit of a lack of ability to control rebounds.
Yeah, certainly letting some by him. And they're just going to have to continue to hound on those, get bodies to the net, and keep getting those pucks.
Johnson to the point, over to Doherty. Doherty, shot. That one is off the blocker and into the corner. Now played by Johnson at the point. Johnson, pressured by Leninger. He banks it behind the net. Out to the the near side for Scholler. Scholler having trouble with it, but now over to Doherty along the far corner. To the face-off circle, Doherty sends it over to Scholler. Scholler with a shot, save, rebound opportunity, and it is going to be cleared to Besch. Now to the far corner. Besch looking to get it to Doherty, but that's blocked in front, and that one is cleared out of the zone. Johnson with it now for the Spartans. He tries to send it up the ice for Ramos. And
yeah, that's going to be an icing, I believe. The ref down here on the near side was trying to wave it off, but the other linesman went ahead and called it. There was an uneven number of players, so.
Homestead did have, of course, the man advantage, so if they send the puck down the ice, it would still be icing despite it being 4-on-3.
Yep.
So it looks like the officials are going to send it at center ice, which, of course, is pretty much standard for when a missed call happens.
Yep. Now we're back down to 4-on-4 play for give or take 20 seconds.
Off the draw is now going to be controlled by Palmer, and he will send it into the Spartan zone. Now to be controlled by Nickel. He is bumped off the play. Here's Leninger, and there's a heavy hit by Hurley. Ramos with it now, trying to get it up the ice, and that's going to be knocked away by Cameron Perry. Perry into the zone. It is a 2-on-2. Perry centers it, and a save by Lay. And now here comes the Spartans. He backhands it up, looking for McNeil. McNeil gets poke checked at the line. And now here is an offsides.
Great defense by Homestead there on that last opportunity by Perry, really not allowing him to make that pass across the ice. Kind of forcing him to take a bad angle shot from probably where he didn't want to shoot it from.
So face-off will be just outside of the Carroll zone as we have 5:06 remaining in the first period. 2-1 in favor of the Spartans. Goals coming from Hurley and Scholler. And of course, Carroll's goal coming from number 63, Simon Leninger. Off the draw is going to be controlled by Juarez. He tries to bank it off the boards and in the zone. Marks applying pressure on the Chargers. That one's off the boards. And now it's going to be played by Juarez along the near side and to the corner for Marks. Marks bumped to the boards, now grabbed by Palmer. Palmer's hit there by Juarez. And now it's going to be controlled by Palmer. Palmer coming down the far side as he's into the zone. Juarez trying to get it, and he has it now. Sends it up to Marks. Marks coming in the zone. Marks elects to go to the corner, but he's poke checked there by number 91, Demiri. Marks with it now once again. Sends it down low, back to Marks, and it's a poke check there by the goaltender Reinhold. Besh with it now as he'll throw it down low. Marks looking for a tip. And now here's Marks once again. Marks sent it to Juarez, digs, and a beautiful save by the goaltender Reinhold. Now it's going to be cleared into the slot, and now it's controlled by Marks. Another shot, it's tipped in front, it scores! Looks like Juarez gets the tip in front, and it's 3-1 Homestead.
Great save by Reinhold there just a second before that goal. Would have liked to see them get a freeze on that, but you know what? Great opportunity there by Homestead pouncing on that one, and now they're up 3-1.
Juarez kind of getting to the second time around on that one, as now it's going to be controlled by the Chargers. And center ice now that is number 9. That is Jeanette, Asiala over to Roach. Roach trying to get it out of zone and able to do so. Here is Leninger, and he loses it, just kind of a bouncing puck on that one. And now it's going to be sent down low for Jeanette. Jeanette rings it around the boards, up to the point. Shot, tipped in front by, looks like Cross. And now it's going to be played down the ice. That one looks like it'll roll on net. And the goaltender Reinhold plays it. Behind the net now, it looks like it is going to be, it's out to the point now for Roach. The shot there is stopped by the goaltender Reinhold. Here's Jeanette. Pressured there by number 55 of the Carroll Chargers. That is Nick Tigner. And that one will be sent down the ice for an icing.
One thing I want to point out about Carroll this year, Grant Palmer, who is a senior now and has played on Carroll the last 3 years, usually a forward, but this year, due to a shortage of players down there, they lost all of their top 4 defensemen from a year ago. Palmer's now back there playing defense this year, at least for the time being. So we'll have to check out how his skills on the defensive end are as he's got the puck now breaking out.
Palmer coming down the near side. He gets poke checked at center ice, and now it's going to be controlled by Ramos. Ramos shoots it down low. That one's going to be knocked down and played by Demiri. Sends it over to number 25. That is Ringenberg. And a shot by Doherty goes above the net. Hurley throws it in front. That's off the glove of the goaltender Reinhold. And they'll cover it up.
More sketchy rebound control there by Reinhold. Almost cost him there, but he was able to get down on that one just in time to take it away from Homestead. Could have been another goal right there.
Kind of looks like the Spartans are kind of intentionally targeting the palm of the glove of the goaltender Reinhold, which obviously makes it very difficult for a goaltender to catch it. If it hits your palm, you obviously can't close your glove like you normally would.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and they're really rolling right now, too. So, I mean, they're just throwing pucks at the net, at the glove, low. Pretty much everything's working for them at this point.
Now along the far side, it is going to be controlled by number 63, Simon Leninger. Now it's going to be, looks like it's Reichert with it now, as that one kind of got lost along the near side. Reichert sends it down low. Played offside for the Spartans, as Carroll will not have a chance to get set up, but not for very long. As here's Scholler, gloves it down. Now it's going to be Palmer, and there is yet another penalty coming up to Homestead now. Carroll will get their, looks like, second opportunity of the night.
Yeah, that one's pretty black and white there. Just a trip. Stick right in there. That'll bring him down. Carroll will go on the power play there after getting stuck in their own zone a little bit there. Almost had that puck out, but gloved down by Scholler right before he took that penalty.
So Carroll desperately needing a goal here as they're down by 2 with 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first period. Coming into the zone, that one is actually going to be shot into the Homestead bench. Kind of a highlight reel for the goaltender not playing that night as they can kind of make a save on the bench. It's kind of what you look forward to when you're sitting there.
A little bit of action there on the bench, never hurt anyone. Lane Copeland, the backup for Homestead this year, second year in a row now.
Coming in the zone here is the Chargers. Perry with it now. He backhands on goal. Lay covers it up. Kind of a bit of a quick whistle there by Hoy as it kind of popped out right in front. But nonetheless, Lay manages to get the glove on it.
Yeah, Lay clearly didn't have that one, but wanted to avoid any possible physical altercations there. I'm assuming was Hoy's logic in blowing that one quick.
Face off. Won by Juarez, and the backhand's knocked down by Perry. Perry a shot, blocker saved by Lay, and Juarez will send it down the ice. With 1:33 remaining in the man advantage for the Chargers. That one's going to be controlled by Nick Tigner, excuse me. Not the character from Winnie the Pooh. Coming down the ice now is Cameron Perry as he loses a bit of an edge but manages to recover. Perry with it now as he will take it to the corner, wrap it around for his brother Devin Perry. Cameron Perry with it now, sends it out to the board, out to the point. Shot, tipped it for by Wallem, rebound opportunity cleared away by the Spartans. Now Perry has it. Perry trying to send it to Wallem, unable to do so. Here's Palmer with a shot. That one's blocked in front by Marks. And Marks fans on the clearing attempt. And now it's going to be controlled by, looks like Wallem. Wallem into the zone. Takes a bit of a stop there as now he gets it down to the faceoff circle for Doherty. Doherty aiming at his own bench and clears it down the ice. With 40 seconds remaining in the first period, 33 remaining in the man advantage to the Chargers. Perry tips it into the zone as now it's going to be to the corner, Doherty and Perry. Eisenbarger coming down to assist for Doherty for control as now it's going to be Cameron Perry with it. Perry with it now. Taking a look at his option. Elects to go down low, looking for Devin Perry. Pressured there by Nickel. Now it's going to be Nickel once again. And we will have another penalty on the play. Cross-checking is the call. And we will see who that goes to. Looks like to Devin Perry.
You know, that's just kind of a weak penalty. We'll take a look back at it here. That is a cross-check, but that's one I think you can let go. I mean, it wasn't egregious. I mean, they're just battling a little bit. We'll take another look at it here, right at the beginning of the replay, pretty much. You see it right there. I think the worst part about that is he just gets him a little high. I think that's what really the determining factor in calling that one was. Otherwise, I feel like that's one you let go.
And, of course, with him playing for the new junior team, a little bit of a differential in rules. Shot in front is laying in the crease, and now it's going to be Scholler with it. He'll clear it down the ice. Horn goes. It is the end of the first period with Homestead up 3-1.
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday.
So we are back. Teams kind of getting a minute break as we await the second period. Homestead up 3-1, and it looks like the Spartans will be back on the power play. This will be their fourth opportunity tonight. They've converted once already from a goal from Corey Scholler. So to get where we are, Hurley opened up the scoring first for the Homestead Spartans, the very first goal of this season. And then it was Scholler with the power play goal that made it 2 goals for the Spartans. And then Juarez with a tip in that gave the Spartans 3. And Carroll Chargers with Simon Leninger getting the first goal for the Chargers on the year. So it is 3-1 in favor of Homestead. Homestead losing the kind of a big forward on their end as Couture and Scholler are going to be out for the season this year. They've moved on.
Yeah, Corey Scholler was just a big presence for them on defense. He was their captain last year. Really did a lot for them moving the puck out of the D zone. He was a big body, so definitely contributed a lot, as did Keaton Coulter. I think he might have led the team in points last year, or at least he was up there. Another great, solid player for them. Did a lot of the little things right, and we'll certainly be missing them, but this team is just going to keep on moving on and keep getting better. Like DJ said in the interview before the game, this is a team that's starting to get a little bit older now. McNeil, I think, is a junior. Hurley's a senior. Some of their studs from last year are a year older.
And as you said, Carroll losing big names such as Dess, Duffus, and Huffman.
Yeah, Carroll's hurting a lot too. We'll get into that here in a minute, but they're certainly in a bit of a rebuilding year here.
So that's the point. On the power play is going to be Hurley with control, trying to send it down to the corner for Marks. It's now Marks elects to go to the far side. Poke check there by, looks like Demiri. And now Marks out to the point for Hurley. Hurley to Nicole. Nicole shot. That one's blocked in front by Demiri. Perry will send it down the ice.
Back to Carroll last year, they lost Alex Duffus, who was just a great defensive player, and offensively. He scored 19 goals last year for 43 points. That's the kind of stuff that's hard to replace. Jake Dess, too, 23 goals, 37 points, and their starting goalie. They're definitely going to have to learn how to survive without those guys, but they still got a lot of studs this year with both the Perry kids, Grant Palmer and Chris Warm coming back after leaving a couple games into the season last year.
Now along the far side is going to be controlled. Well, couldn't quite see who that one was for Carroll, but now it looks like it's going to be Nicole coming down for the Spartans. Now gets up ice to Hurley. Hurley centers it to Ramos, and he can't quite control the pass. That one goes wide. Juarez along the far side decides to go down to the near side for Ramos. Out to Marks. Down to Juarez. Pressured there by Demiri. Ramos coming away with it. Goes to the far side. Burge is there. And that one kept alive briefly there by Hurley, but now is controlled by the Chargers. Coming into the zone, number 55, Nick Tigner. As he's bumped in the boards heavily there by Marks, that one's going to draw another penalty. And the parade to the penalty box continues for both teams.
Take another look at that one. See how long it is, if it's a 2 or just a 2 or a 2 and 10. Looks like Tigner almost kind of fell a little bit in there on his own. Got a little push from Marks, but looks maybe a little exaggerated.
Looks like the official's giving him 2 for a roughing, actually. Kind of a weird call for a rough. Normally that's roughing, kind of normally a retaliation call, but not on that one. As now Carroll goes back to the power play for their third opportunity. So it looks like Demiri's going to go up the far side. He'll bank it off the boards into the Spartan zone as Doherty is there. And that one's sent back down the ice. Reinhold stopping it behind the net. Leaves it for Palmer. Palmer going up the far side and into the Spartan zone. Palmer centers it. Scores! A bad angle shot there on the goaltender lay. He is looking up to the sky, wishing he had that one back. And it's a power play goal for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's just a tough one to let in there for Homestead and Ryan Lay. But give Palmer credit, building up a lot of speed here. Just throws it on net from behind and just banks it right in off the skate. So resourceful, and now they're just one back.
Quite possibly the goaltender Reinhold going to be getting an assist on that one as well.
Yeah, I think so. No one touched it outside of him and Palmer. So Not often you see goaltenders getting assists. I'm sure you know about that one, Brandon, being a
Yeah,
goalie yourself.
I came close, but one extra pass killed my chance at that one. As now here comes the Spartans. Into the zone, now along the near side. And now it's going to be, looks like McNeil.
Good defense there by McNeil to break up that chance there for Perry. He's so dangerous. Can't let him get much space.
Here's McNeil, a shot. That one goes behind the net and wide. Now it's going to be played by Johnson. Johnson, pressured Ridge. Here's McNeil. McNeil shoots. Saved there by the goaltender Reinhold. And he, of course, did get an assist on that play. Now it's going to be sent down low by Doherty. And we have a rough.
Yeah, that's going to be our first look at that late hit penalty. We'll take another look at this one. Don't know if we caught it, as that's how far away the play was, but definitely got him a little late there. And we'll take a look here as McNeil just, gets him a little high there as well. So right in front of the referee, Chris Hoy's going to call that one every time, especially with how he's calling this game tonight. I mean, I don't know how many penalties we've had, and we're not even 5 minutes into the second period yet.
So on the board, according to this, it should be a 5-on-3 in favor of Carroll, but it looks like they forgot to take the penalty off for Marks.
Yeah, I bet Carroll's wishing they didn't notice that. I just left it 5-on-3, but you know, Carroll's had some success on the power play. We saw in their first power play, they really dominated with puck possession at least. Got a lot of looks, not a ton of shots. Second one was just about the opposite, where they really didn't have any zone time. And that third one, they scored.
Here's Marks. Marks with a shot. That one is off a stick, and now to the side of the net for Palmer. Palmer launches it down the ice for Wallum. Wallum along the near side. He will take a look at his options, as now he's pressured there by, looks like, Marks. Wallum's doing a good job keeping control of it. Centers it, and it looks like Perry shot, and it's off the crossbar. And Perry can't believe it either.
That's a good look there by Wallum to find Perry on the far side of the ice. Would have liked to see him get that shot off a little bit quicker. You see Lay, if he would have just ripped maybe a one-timer, Lay didn't have enough time to get fully set there, might have been able to score, but instead rings it off the crossbar. But they still have the puck in the offensive zone face-off, which they'll certainly take here.
Crossbar and post, otherwise known as the goaltender's best friend, is now it's going to be Wallum. Wallum takes it behind the net, now to the corner, backhanding it out to the point. Palmer unable to get there, and that one is cleared for the Spartans, as now is Palmer with possession. Palmer pressured there by Eisenbarger. That one sent in the zone by Palmer, just a little bit wide of the net. Now to be played to the near corner. It looks like it's going to be Devin Perry. Perry, shot blocked there by Nicole. Now it's going to be sent to the far side. Looks like Wallum's still fighting for it. Looks like he's tied up with Asiala. Now that one out to the point. Good keep there by Demiri. Demiri has shot. That one's wide. Now to the near side. Devin Perry with it. Shot blocked in front. Glove down by Wallum. Centers it to Perry. Cameron can't get the shot off as he's pressured there. Now it's going to be Palmer. 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Here's Palmer. A shot from the high slot and a save. That's pretty much right into the gut of the goaltender Lay.
Take a quick replay. There's something I want to point out here about net front presence. So you see Palmer with the puck here. Wallum battling in front. You see just there. He's just leaving. If he's there in front of Lay when that shot's taken, that's a screen. That's a rebound. It could be another goal if he just stays there. Couple seconds and battles with that guy just a little bit longer.
So face-off won there by the Chargers, but it's stolen. Here it comes Hurley coming down the near side. Shorthanded opportunity. Hurley, he's poke check there, and now here comes the Chargers back the other way. And play. Whistle down for the offsides. Leninger, a little bit frustrated on that one. Just a second too early. I'm pretty sure he was expecting a pass there from Nick, but it unfortunately did not come.
Yeah, those are the ones you hate to see, where you're in front of the guy, doesn't necessarily pass it to you when you're expecting it. You try to stop, but just a little too late. Offsides, especially when you have numbers. And we're going to get another penalty here.
Looks like another call on that new late hit rule, as it's another rough. And these teams kind of playing a game of fill the penalty box right now.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly are. The refs, Chris Hoy, certainly trying to establish that they're not going to take any of this kind of stuff this year. You see right here, just a little late, a little high too. But, yeah, the way this game's going, you can't really do anything. I mean, they're just calling even the most minor of stuff.
That one going to number 44, freshman Brody Burge, as Homestead will be on the power play in 5 seconds.
Burge is kind of another one of those Ramos types of players, smaller than most, but again, they're freshmen, and he's got some good speed to him. He's looked pretty good here tonight in his high school debut.
I do believe he had an older brother who played for Carroll a few years ago. Coming into the zone, it is going to be controlled by Marks. Marks down to the far corner, and that one's out to the point for Nicole. Nicole with it. He elects to shoot, save, rebound opportunity is not covered as Ramos pokes it free, and now it's going to be controlled by Juarez. Out to the point, looks like Nicole trying to keep it down low, and Ramos with it. He will send it down to Juarez. Juarez centers it, and it's through the feet of Marks. A great chance there by the Spartans, as now it's out to the high slot, now to the hash marks, and that one's blocked in front by Demiri. Juarez pressured now by Demiri. And Juarez coming away with it to Hurley. Now he's pressured by Demiri. Demiri doing a really good job on pressure, as now it is going to be Demiri, and we will have another penalty.
Yeah, Tiner kind of knows that one right away, starts skating over. And that's just another one where it looks like he's going to trip him up here. Yeah, right there, just at the beginning of the replay. Right in front of the ref. You know what comes next.
It's a 5-on-3 advantage now for the Homestead Spartans. Kind of not the opening game I was expecting. I was kind of expecting a fast-paced, high-scoring game, but instead it's mostly specialty teams on this one.
Yeah, I'd say every bit of like half this game at that point has been special teams, but I mean, part of that you almost think has kept Carroll in it. At 5-on-5, it feels like Homestead's been doing a lot of damage.
Here's Nicole, dekes around the pretty much whole charge of defense. Here's Ramos to Hurley. Tipped in front, scores! That one kind of looking like it got tipped in by Demiri.
Yeah, we'll get another look at it here. And you'll see those nice little moves there from Nicole. Nice little dangles there, gets a backhand shot. And here's Hurley just with that rip of a shot. Hard to tell from the replay, but definitely possible that you got a tip on that one. But nonetheless, 4-2 Homestead, and penalties just killing Carroll on that one.
So, Homestead is 2 for 5 as they now start their 6th opportunity on the man advantage. As now is going to be, looks like, and
looks like DJ Fisher is trying to get Hoy's attention about something.
I think Carroll started the play 5-on-5 and realized they were still shorthanded, so Coach Fisher trying to get a too many men on that one.
Yeah, doesn't look like he's going to get it, but only a couple of seconds there. Looks like Hoy was doing a little bit of mental counting by himself, too. He was holding his whistle up there for a good 5 seconds, so good thing they caught it.
So they're holding the clock for a couple seconds before they get it going. As there it finally goes. So now we officially are back underway. As now is going to be controlled by, looks like it's going to be a deke in front. That one, Cameron Perry. As now here comes the Spartans back down the other way. That one looking for Scholler. Palmer, with a good deke. As now Palmer coming in the zone. Palmer loses it in his own feet, and now here is Leninger. Down low for Palmer, and now it's going to be poke check there by McNeil. McNeil with it now. You see he sends it up the ice. That one looks like it is going to be offsides, as it kind of got tangled up between 3 Spartans on that one.
You saw a little bit of Palmer's skill on display there. He's such a dynamic player. That's one of the reasons they probably felt confident in moving him back to defense. He's just got such good speed. He can bring the puck up. He can get back fast enough if he turns it over. It's those things like that that make a forward be able to transition a lot easier to be back playing defense.
7:39 remaining in the second period. It is 4-2 in favor of Homestead with 45 seconds left of power play time. Into the zone, Demiri rips it off the boards and out of the zone. Here's Wallum. Wallum trying to break free from Nicole. He's able to do so. He's hooked on the play. And there will be a penalty on the play. And he's calling a penalty shot. So, kind of another rare feat here in the high school league. We have our very first penalty shot of the season.
Yeah, this should be interesting. Wallum kind of catches Nicole flat-footed there, and Nicole just can't really recover, ends up bringing him down. Yeah, gets him up there in the hands, just catches Wallum by surprise, and he's going to get a penalty shot here.
And
Very
Perry's
good
going to go to the box, too.
Yeah, there was a little stuff going down in the corner afterwards, but shouldn't affect what happens here with Wallum, I wouldn't think. But they will probably go on a 5-on-3.
We shall see. Maybe those additional penalties will be coincidentals, and Homestead, of course, will keep their power play. Of course, we'll figure this out, and we'll retail it to you guys watching here pretty soon. 7:24 remaining in the second period. Homestead up 4-2. And looks like the official, Hoy, is giving explanations to the captain. So Devin Perry will get an additional 2 minutes on the board. So it will be a 5-on-3 for the Spartans. Now question will become, will they keep the penalty shot?
Hoy looking like things might be washing out. What it looked like he was signaling. Obviously that's not the case. I'm not exactly sure what he was talking about. Potentially washing out the penalty shot.
Because I do believe coaches have that option that they can either accept the penalty shot or decline it for coincidentals in that case.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. But, I mean, certainly a possibility. I would think if you're Carroll, you definitely want to take the penalty shot, especially if you're going to go down on another penalty kill here. Don't want to get down 3 again and possibly getting back within 1.
So it looks like Carroll elects to decline the penalty shot in favor of a coincidental minor. So indeed.
Yeah, all right. I see the logic in that. I think you get 1 goal back and you're down 4-3, but I would probably say they'd get a goal in the power play. So bold choice here from head coach Mike Bell. We'll see if it pays off for him. Only 30 more seconds to kill off. Certainly doable. We'll see how it goes.
Indeed, it looks like Carroll elected to decline the penalty shot in favor of keeping it 5-on-4 instead of being down 5-on-3. So we'll see if that gamble will pay off for the Chargers here later in the fray.
Still a bit of a numbers problem. Not everyone exactly clear on what's going on. It looks like Homestead has 4 guys. There's the 5th.
Okay, looks like we got it here on the 3rd time around.
All right, back to hockey.
And now is going to be played by Doherty. Doherty looking off the boards for Ramos, unable to connect. And now it's going to be gloved down by Doherty just outside of the Carroll zone. And play will be whistled down offsides. Hurley kind of taking his time getting back out of the zone.
Yeah, Doherty not a huge fan of that call either, but you know what? You just got to get back on those from Hurley, but still got plenty of time here.
Hurley banking off the boards to himself. Here is Hurley. Sends it in front for Marks, but Demiri gets in the way on that one. As now it's going to be centered on the boards. Ramos with it now. Here's Ramos. Backhands it out to the point for Doherty. Doherty to Hurley. Hurley a shot. Scores! It's another power play goal. As now Homestead is up 5-3. Or excuse me, 5-2.
Just a good shot there from Hurley. Banks it in off Reinhold's pads. That's one he's certainly going to want to have back. Hurley almost kind of shakes his head at this one. If you get a shot of that. Doesn't look like it, but just skates right to the bench and 3-goal lead. And doesn't look like that gamble paid off.
Looks like the first hat trick is going to go to Hurley on the season.
And who else? You know, I mean, Hurley just such a great player for Homestead in every facet. 27 goals in 35 games played last season.
Off the face-off. Asiala with it now. That one played in the zone. That one will not be an icing as Ridge has it. Ridge bumped off the play. Here's Wallum. Wallum with it now. Now up the ice, looking for... Looks like Wallum has it now, as it's going to be sent back out of the zone by Asiala. Ridge trying to keep it outside of the Carroll zone, and now sends it up ice to number 55, Nick Tigner. Now it's going to be played by, it looks like Ridge at the point. He sends it in front. That one goes wide, and now going to be played along the near boards by Wallum. Going to be controlled now by Leninger. Scholler knocks it away. Now to the point for Ridge. Ridge stripped at the puck. Here comes the Spartans. Perry coming back in. He knocks McNeil down on the play. And we have a penalty.
Wow, shocker. Not sure who that one's going to be on. Yeah, it looks like McNeil. When Perry went down trying to break up that play, kind of brought the stick down on Perry. It looked like, we'll take a quick look at it here at the replay. But that's what you should see here. Good on Chris Hoy to make that call. Yeah, you just miss it there. You kind of see the action of that stick going down, though. Dangerous play, and he'll sit 2 for it.
Homestead sitting 3 for 6 on the power play. This will be Carroll's 5th opportunity on the man advantage, as they are 1 for 4. 5:49 remaining in the second period, and we are still kind of having a counting problem here.
Yeah, you know, it's early. I mean, everyone's still just getting adjusted to it. A new coach as well for Carroll. Must not have their unit set. Haven't exactly played any games yet, but this is an opportunity where they really need to score.
Yeah, if they're hoping to kind of stop the bleeding and get this back under control, Carroll needs to get one on the board fast. And now it is going to be a heavy hit there along the side. That Doherty looks like he hit Jaeger Simpkins. Ridge with it now. Ridge just along the side of the net. Banks it up the boards. That one's going to be knocked down by Doherty, who will take it to the center ice logo and throw it back down. Along the near side here is Jaeger Simpkins, as he's hit down hard by Doherty, and there is, surprisingly, another penalty coming up on the play. As now it's going to be touched up. Carroll now with a 5-on-3 power play, as it's going to be cross-checking.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this penalty, but you know what, it's fine. I mean, honestly, Carroll skater here is lucky he doesn't get rocked. Yeah, that stick is up, so I mean, that's all right. But, I mean, that's another one I think you might let go. I mean, it's starting to get a little excessive at this point with the penalties. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout, I think.
So when we come back, it will be a quick 30-second timeout by the Chargers. When we come back, it will be a continuation of the second period right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday.
And we we are back here at the Parkview Sports One Ice House, getting ready for a 5-on-3 man advantage, coming off a Carroll timeout as they look to kind of get back into this one.
Yeah, certainly plenty of time to do so. 1 minute and 22 seconds of 5-on-3, and then still 2 more minutes worth of 5-on-4. So really want to get this one. Looks like they got both the Perrys out there, Tinger, Woolen, and Palmer.
Now to the point, here's Palmer. Palmer a drive. That one's off the post. Oh, he's rolling it to the back of the post. He scores.
Just an absolute bomb from Palmer. I mean, there's nothing else to say. That thing was a rocket off of his stick. That was one of the loudest crossbars I have heard here, and I've been playing for probably close to 10 years.
Palmer.
Just a bomb.
Power play goal to the very big dismay of Coach DJ Fisher on that one.
Yeah, Hoy was right there in position, so you know what? I mean, as fast as that one's coming in, I'm going to trust Hoy on this one. He was in position. If it hit the back bar, he definitely would have seen it. Back bar makes a similar noise, so very possible that
As
went
being
in.
a former official as well, one thing you can't quite argue with is the referee's position in what's known as a golden triangle. As long as they're pretty much in that golden triangle, which consists of pretty much from the corner to just outside the crease, as long as you're on that position, you kind of can't really quite argue with the call.
Yeah, it's kind of getting the Homestead crowd going here. Started a little Homestead chant there for a second, and now Carroll still has plenty of time to get another one here.
That one tipped in front by Devin Perry. That one's wide. Now out to the point. Here is a pass down low. Looks like to Cameron Perry. Back out to the point for Nick Tigner. And now back to Cameron Perry. Perry with it now. Shot. That one's blocked in front and cleared out of the zone. Now it's going to be Wallum sending it up the near side. That one's going to be sent down the ice looking for Devin Perry, but Roach has it now as that one goes to the far side. Wallum with possession. That one out to the point now. Hurley trying to get it out, unable to do so, but now he does. And here is Hurley. Hurley trying to come away with it. He keeps it in possession. Hurley sends it down to the corner. Looks like he might have tried to get a shot off, but it was blocked in front. As now it's going to be sent down the ice and go for an icing. Now back to that play as I was mentioning with the golden triangle, that's kind of like the key position for an official. I'm pretty sure, of course, you'd have a strong case if that was like a breakaway, so to speak, and the referee was back here at the blue line. Maybe it'd be a little more of a question, but when he's right there on the goal line, you kind of...
Yeah, certainly. It's hard to argue that when the ref is in position, like right along the goal line there. I'm sure if that was a breakaway situation, you hear that post, that one's probably not getting called a goal if the ref is behind the play.
So on the play, tripped up there was Eisenberger as he was looking for a penalty. Here is Leninger. Leninger, stickless McNeil, as now it's a tie-up, and there is a penalty. And it looks like it'll be a roughing on that one.
Boy was doing so good there, too, letting that one go. I thought we might have turned a page. But we'll get another look back at this one here. Leininger's chasing that puck. I don't see a penalty there. Maybe on the roughing there from Johnson, but I don't really see a trip.
He's calling a roughing on that one. Leninger to the box. So probably another one of those new late hit rules.
Yeah. I'll just pull this back up here. We'll take another quick look if we can. Just skip ahead. Yeah, no, don't see that one though. But you know what? I guess it's penalty if you called it. Can't really argue.
The official does have a little bit more of a better angle than we do up here in our little loft. So coming in the zone, here's Hurley, a backhand save, rebound is going to be cleared out. Now it's going to be grabbed there by McNeil. McNeil with it along the outside of the slot, backs it to Hurley. Hurley, a shot, scores! Bar down. Hurley, 4 goals on the night.
Just asserting his dominance right from the beginning of this game. I mean, you can talk about him all you want and how you want to try and stop him, but the reality of it is just, it's so different. I mean, and then he's just so open there. He's got such a hard shot. There's just nothing they can really do on that one. That one you got to have, it's almost like you have to have someone shadowing him everywhere he goes. I mean, that's the kind of skill he has.
So it is 6-3 in favor of the Homestead Spartans with 3:23 remaining in the second period. We are still at 4-on-4 hockey. Wallem with it now as he decides to go up the far side. Tried to get poke checked there by Juarez. Homestead back to full strength. So Carroll will be down a player. That one goes down the ice. And that one will not be an icing. Kind of a bit of a confusion on that one. And now here's a shot up front by McNeil. That one goes wide. Now played by Doherty. Out to the point for Johnson. Johnson a shot. Tried to get a tip there from Juarez. Here's McNeil. McNeil centers it to Doherty, but it goes to the feet. Here's Johnson once again at the point. Down low. Palmer grabs it for the Chargers. Sends it through the middle of the ice and down. No ice in the play as Carroll is on the penalty kill. 2:33 remaining in the second period. It is 6-3 in favor of the Homestead Spartans. Now here's Juarez with possession in the neutral zone. Juarez now to the faceoff circle, gets a deke and another deke, and Perry coming in with a big hit. And now that's going to be sent down the ice once again. Not quite sure who that was cleared by, but it will be controlled by the goaltender Lay as he leaves it for Nicole. Now up to Marks. Marks goes across the ice to the far side for Asiala. Pressured there by the Perry brothers. Devin Perry looks like will come away with it as he hangs around the far side and gets it down low to Cameron Perry in the corner. That one trying to be backhanded to the slot, but unable to do so. Here is Juarez. Put up ice. Carroll back to full strength. Let's see for how long, though. As now is going to be McNeil. McNeil a shot. That one's redirected above the net and wide. Here's Nicole. Now it's going to be controlled by, looks like Leninger. Leninger with it as he goes down the far side. Leninger to the circle, to the slot. Shot. Scores!
That's a great goal there by Leininger. I mean, that's all there is to it. Great heads-up play there to change his angle. You're not going to get a great shot here from the far left side where he was. Skates this one all the way down, comes across the front of the net, and he just buries it.
Bit of a shocker. Even though Homestead's winning, it looks like Coach Fisher is electing to switch goaltenders.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the idea there is. I mean, they're far enough ahead that even if he thought Lay wasn't having a great game, they're kind of outscoring their problems right now if DJ Fisher perceives that they're having problems.
I felt maybe a timeout would be more precedented more than a goaltender change, but anyway, here's a shot off the near side. That one goes wide, looked like quite possibly from pretty much the man of the game so far, Hurley. As now it's going to be sent down low, and we have a whistle on the play. Doesn't look like there's a penalty. It might just be offsides.
Yeah, play's going to come all the way down, it looks like, so not totally sure what happened there.
Maybe icing or intentional offsides.
Yeah. But back to that Leininger goal right there. That, I think, probably more the problem for Homestead there is that they just didn't get a stick on the puck there. If a guy comes skating across the ice like that, they had at least one defender right on top of him. You need to get stick on puck there to bump that one away.
So now here's Wallem. Wallem a shot. That one's saved there by the new goaltender. That is Lane Copeland. Here comes Homestead back down the way. Hurley, as now it's going to be controlled by Doherty. Doherty sends it down low. Delayed offsides for the Spartans, as now it's over to the far side for Palmer. Palmer with it now. Comes back behind the net. And now to the near side, pressure there by Jeanette. Palmer looking for a stretch pass, unable to do so. That is going to be tipped away by Asiala. Here's Hurley. Hurley leaves it back. Here's Ramos. Another chance for Jeanette. Rebound, scores! Jeanette gets on the board, and it's a back and forth affair now. As it's now 7-4.
Homestead really starting to flex their muscles, showing you that experience and just the talent level that they have. They're expecting to be a really good team this year. If you look at the schedule they're playing, upcoming in the 2 weeks here for the Fort Wayne crossover tournament, they play Zionsville, Lake Central Blue, Evansville, Bloomington, and Carmel Gold down the road in January. Those are all perennial teams that are in the top of 4A, obviously with Carmel, and even just top 3A teams. So they play a very strong schedule. Already have played a strong schedule, going 4-0 against some of those same teams that they're going to be playing here down the road. Evansville, Central Indiana, Columbus, Westfield, all good teams, and they handled them pretty well.
Now along the far side, and it looks like we'll get another penalty on the play. This one's coming up to the Spartans. So just pretty much as it seemed, Carroll was kind of fighting their way. Homestead comes right back and puts another one on the board. We'll see what the penalty is. When we come back, we'll be right back with kind of a second intermission highlights right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
And so we are back at the Sport One Parkview Ice House with the second intermission. The one and only intermission, at least, for high school hockey. So we are currently sitting at 7-4 in favor of the Homestead Spartans. And it looks like at the end of the period there, it looks like McNeil will get a penalty. We'll wait to see what that official call is. So Carroll will start on the man advantage when we get set for the third period. So to kind of get back to where we are, Hurley lighting up the way right now for the Spartans as he has 4 goals on the night. He started the scoring, and then the second Homestead goal was from number 23, Scholler. Juarez got on the board. That was Homestead's third goal. Then 3 straight by Hurley. And then to round up Homestead scoring, number 19, Jeanette with the goal as he kind of stopped home a rebound. Carroll getting 4 on the board right now. 2 coming from Leninger, and 2 coming from Palmer. Both of Palmer's goals were on the power play. Homestead currently sitting an even 3 for 6 on the night on the power play so far. And right now as it stands, Carroll with 2 on 6 chances. It looks like they get set for their 7th opportunity. We'll take a quick peek at a couple of goals that kind of stood out. Coming first is a goal from Grant Palmer. That was kind of the controversial goal, as we thought it went off the crossbar, but the referee, Hoy, saying it went off the back bar, in and out, pretty much similar to how you see NHLers kind of snipe the goals on that one. And then another goal that kind of stood out was pretty much a snipe from Hurley on that one, as he pretty much went and did the same thing. Hurley kind of keep the play alive. There was McNeil. McNeil pretty much dropped it back to Hurley. Hurley all alone in the high slot. That's very dangerous. He went bar down on the goaltender, Reinhold, as those kind of are the ones that really stand out so far. Take a look at maybe the last goal for the Homestead Spartans, where Jeanette was kind of alone in the crease on that one. We'll get this one underway. So this comes in as a face-off win for the Chargers, but they turn it over, and Homestead pretty much just starts the pressure immediately. A couple rebound opportunities there. as the goaltender Reinhold just couldn't quite, as I said at the beginning, can't quite control the rebound. Jeanette finds it, stuffs it home, and that gave the Spartans their 3-goal lead as we sit 7-4 as we wait the teams to return to the ice. Homestead will start the period on a penalty kill. When we come back, it'll be a third period right here on SummitCitySports.com. But before we go, don't forget, of course, that today's broadcast is, of course, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. That is 260sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, of course, like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports. When we come back, it'll be the third period right here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
So coming back here as we currently await the teams, we'll take a look back at what officially caused the power play for the Carroll Chargers at the end of the second period. Hacker, what do you see?
Well, you see just a play along the wall here coming up in a few seconds. You'll see a little cross-check from McNeil right there, just knocking down the Carroll player. So that's what's going to get him 2 minutes in the box here to start it off.
Actually, if you could rewind it there to about the last 5 seconds or so, you will be surprised right about there. If you look, Homestead kind of got away with another penalty. It could quite have possibly been a 5-on-3, as obviously we see McNeil coming down the way. There's the cross-check. But right here, you see a Carroll player get tripped right there, just in front of the penalty box. So Homestead kind of lucky on that one that it's not a 5-on-3 for the Carroll Chargers. That would really give them an opportunity to get back in this.
Yeah, it certainly would, but fortunately the refs didn't call it. I'm not sure if they got minor penalties there on that little extracurricular thing they had going on at the very end of the period after the buzzer went off. We'll have to wait and see until anyone gets in the box. There is a Carroll player sitting in there right now, but I think that's just someone on the team who's not playing tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. They washed out either way, even if they did have them, though, and it will just be a 2-minute power play for Carroll.
So as I mentioned at the start of the thing, with you being, of course, a former Summit City Panther, what is your take on the league kind of shrinking it down from Summit City, Fort Wayne, Dwenger, Leo, Homestead, Carroll, to now just Carroll, Homestead, Leo, and the new Fort Wayne Vipers, if I can get it out here?
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. It's certainly hard for the players that are meshing into the Vipers. A lot of them had a lot of pride in playing for their high school, and unfortunately that's going to be taken away from most of them. The hope is that they might be able to expand back out here in a couple years when the number of players gets back up, but should be a very fun team to watch. I mean, essentially what they got to do was just cherry pick the best players from each team to make a semi-super team. So it should be really fun to watch them here in the second game. I think the most important thing for them is going to be how they can mesh together. They're taking 3 probably completely different locker room cultures and trying to mesh it into one and learning how to play together.
And that brings up a fair point. Former rivals now have to play for the same team. Bad blood.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big problem. Hopefully the leadership on the team, I believe Thomas Zemansky and Hayden Scott are co-captains. Hopefully they're locking it down, figuring it out. But certainly I think Coach Yackley will be on top of that too. From my perspective, playing for Summit City, I think the games you wanted to play the most for at least the first 2 or 3 years that I was on the team, you always looked forward to playing Northrop because, that's just there's just bad blood there. I mean, Northrop had that with just about every team. So, I mean, merging that will be certainly tough. I can't really speak for Dwanger, but, I mean, it's certainly going to be a challenge, and that's probably going to be the biggest thing that sets them apart from being great and elite here, especially in the early going.
Yeah, that's something that you look forward to. As I said, those old rivalries, that'd be like kind of combining Carroll and Leo. That'd be a really bad kind of a experiment on that one.
Yeah.
Of course, Fort Wayne Vipers, coached by former Dwanger head coach Stephen Yackley, former Summit City Panther, former Fort Wayne Comet and current Fort Wayne Spaceman head coach Lincoln Kayla Schrock, as well as John Solway, also assistant coach for the Fort Wayne Vipers. Of course, DJ Fisher is coaching for Homestead. He's returning off a very successful run here in the city play, going all the way to Memorial Cup Finals. Carroll got a new head coach, as you mentioned before, Mike Bell coming in as his first year as head coach. And it looks like Mike Robinson will be leading the way for the Leo Lions. I'm not sure if he's a returning coach or not. Of course, Derek Rave coming back. And a new assistant coach for the the Leo Lions, former Comet legend, Guy Dupuis.
Yeah, Leo's got a pretty solid coaching staff. I mean, looking down, Derek Ray has worked with just about every youth player that's playing high school right now, at least in some form. Everyone knows him, so a familiar face. He played for the Comets. He knows what he's doing. Same with Guy Dupuis. I mean, if you know Fort Wayne hockey, that kind of speaks for itself, I think. I mean, one of the all-time greats, has his jersey hanging from the rafters, just a great defenseman. Can't say enough about the guy's character and just all that he's done for Fort Wayne and the hockey community here. Everyone loves him.
All right, we'll get to them more here in our second game between the Vipers and the Lions. But first, we got the third period to get through between the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers. And it looks like Reinhold's going to stay in the crease for the Chargers, and Copeland back in net for the Spartans. He came in relief of Lay after, I believe, the fourth Carroll goal. As I said, Carroll back on the power play. We are getting ready. There's the puck drop. And now it's going to be backhanded in the zone by Doherty to be played now. Looks like in the neutral zone by Palmer. Palmer looks like he's playing forward right now on the power play. Now it's going to be the kind of man of the night so far. Here's Hurley, centers it, and he scores. That one looks like it's Ramos.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it here, but if it is Hurley, I mean, the kid just does not stop. An absolute tank. It's obviously him bringing this puck in, throws it to the front. Don't get a great look at it here, but we'll have to wait for the official announcement. If so, I believe that would be Hurley's 5th goal out of the 8 tonight, which is just ridiculous.
Either way, it's a shorthanded goal. That's one you don't like to give up. Now here comes Carroll. Ramos gets the goal, and Hurley will get an assist. I believe that will now be his 6th or 7th point on the night. So he's pretty much been in some way, shape, or form on this score sheet with every goal so far. As now it's going to be played behind the net, and now to the near side by number 63, Simon Leninger. Leninger bumped off the play, and now it's going to be along the near side to be played by Cameron Perry. Perry to the far side, and he loses it. Now it's going to be out to the point for Demiria shot. Saved by Copeland. Rebound opportunity. Scores! Palmer answers with a hat trick, and it's another power play goal.
Just another slap shot here from Palmer. This one not nearly as nice as the last one, but still, albeit a lot of velocity on this one. Just rips a one-timer off the rebound. I mean, what can you say? I mean, that's just a good shot. I mean, not one you usually see go in, but works for him with that kind of shot. Caught Copeland out of position, and it's now 8-5 Homestead.
So not quite the start we wanted with the penalties. However, it's been a great scoring affair as Palmer and Hurley have really taken their teams on their backs, both with hat tricks already in the night. And now here comes Besh into the zone. Besh gets around Palmer. Besh down to the near corner. Now around to the far side. And he kind of got a little hooked on the play, but it looks like Hoy will let it go. Now here's Palmer. Palmer knocked down on the play. And now it's going to be along the near side. Doherty wraps around. Looks like to Juarez. Juarez up to Besh. Besh loses it, but here is Marks. Marks in. He's pressured now by Palmer. Shot saved by Reinhold. Marks behind the net. Sends it out in front. It's loose on the top of the crease. They're fighting for it. Where is it? Scores! Looks like Juarez manages to find it before anybody else does. He banks it home, and Homestead gets it right back. And now it's 9-5. And that will be an even strength goal.
You see here, it's just your classic scrum. Juarez just battling. Puck comes right out to him. He slams it home on the left side of the net. Reinhold is guarding the other side, and we're going to get a goalie switch here.
So looks like coming in is going to be the freshman, Carson Carteau. Coming in the net in relief. So first game, and we've already have both goaltenders switch. That's kind of an unusual one on that one. Now he's along the near corner. Leninger leaves it for Perry. To Jeanette now for the Spartans. He'll bank it off the glass, out to the point. Scholler knocks down, looks like Tigner. Now here's Jeanette. Jeanette into the zone, centers it, but it's knocked away by Perry, and here come the Chargers back the other way. Perry into the zone, to the circle, drops it for Leninger, but can't quite control the pass. And now it's going to be played by Jeanette. Jeanette flips it out to the neutral zone, now to be played. And into the zone by number 20, that is Blake Ridge. Now over to the far side, Asiala trying to get it out of the zone, tipped away by Jeanette. And now Palmer in his own defensive end. Up to Wallum. Wallum can't hold the pass, so now it's back inside the Carroll zone, pressured there by Ramos. Asiala with it now, as he sends it over to, looks like Roach. Roach up to Ramos. Now inside the zone, Ramos with it now, shot, save, and the rebound is behind the net. Now to the far side, here's a backhand, stick save there. That one coming from Colin Scholler. Now it's going to be along the far corner, and it's knocked away by Palmer. Scholler, oh, it looks like Ramos got laid out by his own defenseman. Here's Roach's shot, and that one goes wide. And now it's going to be controlled by Roach in the neutral zone, as that one is knocked away by Perry. Palmer with it now. Palmer banks it off the boards, out of the zone. That one is going to roll on net, but the goalie does not touch it as it hit the side of the cage. And it will be an icing with a face-off all the way down inside the Carroll zone with 11:42 left in the third period. It is 9-5 in favor of the Homestead Spartans.
Something I want to bring up about goaltending really fast when it comes to Carroll with the substitution. Isaac Hyde would have been a senior this year for Carroll, would have been their starting goaltender. Elected to go play juniors this year, so that led to Reinhold becoming the starting goaltender, and now Carteau being the number 2.
That's always hard when kind of your more seasoned goaltender leaves to go play juniors, and now you're stuck with more of two new rookies, so to speak, but not, I mean, Reinhold's got a little experience, but not quite as much as Hyde quite yet.
Yeah, and it's just tough to replace a goaltender like Hyde. A .922 save percentage last year and 3 shutouts.
Now it's out to the near side. Ramos with it now as he banks it off the boards to himself, trying to get around Demir. Gets to the puck first. He loses an edge. As now it's going to be controlled along the far side by Johnson. Johnson to the corner to himself. Now it's going to be played, looks like, by Demir. Demiri gets it down the ice, and that one goes for an icing. Say, coming back to when I played for Carroll, we ran actually 3 goalies at the time. There was me, Trevor Hawks, who was also a senior, and I believe he was a sophomore at the time, Cam Whitney at the time, was our 3 goaltending tandem.
Yeah, it certainly happens. I think a couple years back, Homestead might have even had 4 on the roster, which obviously for those bottom 2 guys on the depth chart is not very fun. I know Northrop's run with 3 goaltenders the last couple of years. Ricky Foster, Steven Geiser, and Michaela Dawson. So it's definitely something that happens. Leo almost did it last year, but their 3rd goalie ended up not playing.
So off the draw is going to be controlled. Shot, that one goes wide in net. Now it's going to be played. Here comes Perry. Devin Perry into the zone as he's by himself, 3-on-1 in favor of Homestead. And now it kind of looks like the referee Hoy might start letting stuff go.
Yeah, certainly.
Here's Besh, drops it for Doherty. Doherty is shot, that one goes wide, and now it's going to be played by Nicole at the point. Nickel with it now. He decides to go to the slots. One time by Marks, and it's a save. Now behind the net. Looks like it is going to be, looks like Juarez. Now centering for the Bash is a toe save by the goaltender Carto. And now trying to come away with it is, looks like Tigner with a shot save. Now it's going to be played by Doherty. Juarez with it now as he likes to go up the far side. Now to the corner, drops it at the kind of hash mark at the face-off circle. And now here comes the Chargers back the other way. That one takes a funny bounce, and now he'll play it. That one comes from the goaltender Copeland. As now it's going to be controlled by the Spartans. Delayed offside for the Chargers. So Wallum decides to send it over to Palmer along the near side. Palmer rifles it into the zone. That one's on the back of the net. And play is whistled down. .9:27 remaining in the third period. 9-5 in favor of the Homestead Spartans. As quite possibly we might start seeing a power shift. Like I said, it's normally been Carroll and Leo just running away with it. But right now it looks like Homestead might be the team to beat this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be either them or the Vipers. Two very strong teams, two deep teams with a lot of experience.
Coming to the zone, Wallum, a shot blocked there by Roach. Now it's going to be controlled by Perry. Perry out to the point. Now Cameron Perry once again looking to the far side, Now Leninger leaves it for Palmer. Palmer at the far boards. He's bumped off there by Eisenbarger, and that one's out to the point. That one kept alive there, looks like by Cross. Scott Cross with him now as he's tied up, and now it is played in the neutral zone. Now retreating his own end is Leninger. That one off the skiddage net, but the late offsides gives Carroll a chance to set up as here comes Leninger down the far side. Leninger into the zone, tries to get to the slot, bumped off there by Scholler. Here's a chance, save off the goaltender Copeland. That was from Perry. And that one wrapped around the boards. Actually, it's along the point, as now Grant Palmer will send it around. The late offsides. It's now Cameron Perry with it. Up to Roach. Perry trying to fight Scholler with it. Here's Perry. Backhand. That one goes wide. Rebound opportunities gathered up by Cameron Perry. Perry leaves it for Palmer. Palmer wraps it around the boards to Wallum. Wallum along the half wall. Sends it down to Palmer. Palmer pressured by Roach. Good stick check in there. Palmer with a wraparound. Save, rebound, scores! Devin Perry cashes home a rebound. And it brings Carroll back to within 3.
Just a great shift there from those guys out of Carroll. They were really giving it to Homestead for a solid time right there. Lots of opportunities, good puck movement. You'll see here, Palmer just takes the puck and stuffs it at the net. Perry sends it home. And you know what? They're one goal closer to bringing this one back.
7:58 remaining in the third period. It is now 9-6 in favor of the Homestead Spartans. As I said, Homestead really turned it around after being kind of a bit of a bottom team last few years, but last year they really turned it up, and it looks like they're going to continue that into this year. As now here it comes, looks like that one's off the boards, and now behind the net, not quite sure who that is. Number 76, that is Drew Brimmer. As now here is, looks like McNeil. McNeil, shot, that one goes to the ceiling and out of play.
Going back to Homestead, they've really had a lot of positive momentum here the last couple of years. 2 years ago, got a lot better as the season went along and really built a new culture with DJ Fisher in his first year. Made it all the way to the state championship game with a pretty close one. Ended up losing to the Summit City Panthers in that one. And then last year, had it not been for a state tournament suspension to Corey Scholler, very possible that they could have made it to the 2A state championship. And personally, I think they would have had a great chance to win it.
Now coming off the draw is outside in the neutral zone. It's actually shot into the Carroll bench. That one coming from the freshman Drew Brimmer. Also part of the Fort Wayne 416U team. So face off in the neutral zone, just over the Tech logo. And looks like a bit of a delay as the players have to stay outside the circle. And now the puck is dropped. And Ridge rifles it off the boards. And now it's going to be controlled by Johnson in this defensive zone. That one's off the glass, kind of targeting Hoy on that one. Of course, not really. As now it's going to be Leninger with it. Leninger now come down the far side. As looks like he gets around one defender. He comes into the zone. Leninger with a chance. He'll take it behind the net. Leninger sends it back to the far side for Ringberg. He tries to center it to Burge. Unable to do so. Here is McNeil. McNeil going up the middle. Flips it to himself. As now he will take it to the corner. Tried to center it, but it's broken up. Here come the Chargers back the other way. And now it's going to be played by Scholler. Scholler leaves it here for the defense. Now it's over to Johnson. The pass comes from Nickel. Now it's up to Colin Scholler. That one tipped up, and we will have a penalty, surprisingly. Roughing on the play, and it's that new late hit rule coming into effect once again. Homestead back on the power play. They are currently 3 for 6 as they start their 7th opportunity here as soon as we drop the puck.
I think that's probably, the third or fourth time they've called a penalty on a later hit there. So, honestly, not as many as I would have expected. I thought they would have called a lot more. Obviously, they've been making up for it in other areas. But, nonetheless, it's not been as big of a factor as I thought it would be.
Hurley keeping it alive. Shot goes off the glass. Now to be played by Ramos. Ramos down low, looking for a pass. Here is Marks. Marks at the circle, shot save, rebound, cleared away by number 91, Demiri. And now racing for the puck is Perry and Nicole. Perry trying to come away with it, unable to do so, as now here is Marks. Marks sending it to the near side for Juarez. Juarez into the zone. Shot, that one's a stick save there by the goaltender Carteau. And now it's going to be along the far corner as referees a little bit in the way on that one. And now it's a flip pass, but is knocked down by Marks. Marks comes back into the zone after Juarez and Ramos tagged up. And now it is going to be Juarez once again. Juarez centers it to Marks, and he can't control the pass. So now here is Hurley. Hurley along the near corner now. Coming out to the point. He's trying to find Nicole. Unable to do so. That one bounces out. Pressured there by Perry. Perry. And here's Cameron Perry. Cameron Perry trying to come away with it. Unable to do so. And now it's going to be Ramos. Up to Hurley. Hurley into the zone. 38. Shot. Save. And that one's into the safety netting. Looked like Carteau had a little bit of a misread on that. Quite possibly could have gone off the leg of his defender.
You know, it's early. He hasn't seen a ton of high-danger chances, but so far Carteau has looked pretty good. I don't know what you think. You'd probably be more of an expert on that one, but you've done a good job deflecting pucks out into the corners and set out in front.
Yeah, as you said, he is facing quite a few shots, but none really in a high-danger area. But we'll see as this progresses on, as now we are coming into the zone. Here is Leninger. Leninger hits the break, centers to Wallum. It's in his feet and can't control the pass. Wallum tied up there, as now is going to be played along the far side by Doherty. Doherty looking up ice for Besh, unable to do so, and now it's going to be played by Doherty. He'll flip it inside the Carroll zone, and that one's out of this way. And now down to Johnson. Johnson with it. Now send it up ice, looking for McNeil. A stretch pass as he was able to touch it up. Carroll back to full strength. And there's a hit along the boards. A little bit surprised, though. That might not have been a penalty, as that one kind of caught the numbers. Now here's McNeil. Now to the far corner. McNeil bumped in the boards there. Here's Jeanette. Jeanette, he'll bank it off a stick. And now it's going to be inside the right-handed face-off circle for those on the computer screen. Now is going to be controlled by number 44 of the Carroll Chargers. That is Brody Burge. That one's off a board and inside the Carroll zone. And now it's going to be a stretch pass for Perry. Perry trying to get around Roach. He's tied up, but coming away with it. Here's Cameron Perry into the zone. Down to the circle. Trying to get to the slot. Backhand goes through the crease and wide. Possibly looking for Burge on that one. Burge with it now. Trying to get Cameron Perry. Asiala applying pressure. And here's McNeil. Now pressured by Perry. Asiala coming away with it. Now up to number 19, Jeanette. Knocked away by Palmer. At the point now, here's Besh. He'll backhand it out of the zone. Now to be played by Jeanette. Jeanette gets around Cameron Perry. Shot. That's into the guts. And hanging on is Carteau. So again, another one of those low danger shots. That one pretty much comes just outside of the faceoff circle, pretty much along the boards. As Cartel makes a save with 3:24 remaining in the third period. Homestead once again with a 3-goal lead. Coming down the way, here's Perry, banks it off the boards to himself. Devin Perry with it as he now takes it behind the net. Pressured there by Eisenbarger. Him and Perry collide as now Roach comes in to assist. And there's one of those late hits, and it's going to be a penalty. So that new rule once again taken into effect as it's another late hit. Another penalty goes up on the board, and this will be Homestead's 8th opportunity on the night.
Yeah, we can look at it there. Wallum's certainly a little late there. Finishing that hit just probably outside the allotted time. Definitely seems like that's the one that Hoy is just not budging on, certainly calling pretty much everything that's just slightly late.
So that's one thing I'm pretty sure all the coaching staff here in Fort Wayne hockey, as I said, we have yet to see the Vipers and the Lions yet, especially here in this game. I'm pretty sure the coaching staff is probably going to start emphasizing the new rule because it's hard, obviously, to follow a rule when it's just been implemented, so you kind of got to learn the boundaries of it.
Yeah, it's just trying to break that habit, and a lot of these guys on these two teams especially are more physical players like that, so it might be a little bit of an adjustment period for them.
Broadcasting the new Fort Wayne Spacemen, the Perry brothers are always playing physical on that one. As now into the zone, here is Ramos. Ramos pressured there, taking down the play, looks like by Nick Tigner. And now it's going to be played by Marks. Marks sends it down low for Juarez, can't control it, so now it's going to be Hurley along the near side. Back down for Juarez. Up to Hurley in the point. He's pressured now by Cameron Perry, and he pokes it. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Chargers. Here's Cameron Perry. Shot. And it's blocked there by Nicole. Cameron Perry coming over with it again. He's hooked on the play, and we will have another penalty. I'm pretty sure, like I said, as I'm a goalie, you might know a little bit more of this, as being a player. That would be one of those what you call necessary penalties, kind of breaking up a big scoring opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just got to trust the guys on your penalty kills, what one of those comes down to, you know. Sometimes you're going to have to take one to just hope that you stop that goal.
So it is now 4-on-4, 2:08 remaining in the third. And now McNeil goes down to the ice, as now it's going to be played at the point by, looks like, Cross. Now to the near side. And it's going to be a shot that goes wide. Now tying up on the side, and now to the corner. Here is Cameron Perry. Perry now to the point. Taking a look at his options. Scholler with pressure. That one goes down low. That one goes off the safety netting, and faceoff should remain inside of the Homestead zone.
Starting to get down here to the end of the game. Just a little over a minute and a half left. You got to hope the guys here, it's a little bit of a deficit. Hopefully don't get too much extracurricular physicality going on. Keep the rest of this game clean.
So off the draw, it is now going to be played by Reichert, and he sends it down the ice. That one's going to be on net, as we are still 4-on-4 hockey. Here is Palmer. Palmer coming down the far side, pressured by Scholler. Palmer to the slot, shot, saved by the goaltender Copeland. 1:25 remaining in the third period. 12 seconds remaining on the penalty to Chris Wallum. Minute 17 remaining in the penalty to Nicole. And it's going to be a face-off win there by the Spartans. Palmer keeps it alive for the Chargers. Trying to get around the fence. And another deke. And another deke. And he is going to be knocked off the play there by Reichert. And now here's once again Roach in the crease. And now it's going to be played by Scholler. Scholler sends it down the ice. That one should go for an icing. But Carroll's penalty just came off the clock as the whistle blew. So Carroll will have a 57-second power play. This will be their 8th as well, as they are 3 for 4 on the man advantage. So it's going to be Wallum to the draw. Looks like he'll be up against number 61. That is Garrett Eisenbarger. And Wallen pretty much instantly knew. Boarding on the play, which, I don't know, he kind of stayed on his feet with that one. I always thought a board would be like a hit that puts him down on the ice, but Wallen kind of instantly knew.
Yeah, I'll take another look at this one. It looks like he got him a little bit in the numbers. That's probably why Chris Hoy made that call. You see there, honestly, I think it's more Johnson kind of goes into the wall there a little bit awkwardly. I think that has something to do with it. But, I mean, a minute left in this
Memory serves.
game.
Memory serves, boarding is an automatic 2 and 10, I believe, if I remember right.
It might be. I think it depends on the severity. I think that one, I mean, at this point, it's not like it really makes a big difference, but Wollum is going to leave, so that'll be 2 and 10. That might even be his fourth or fifth penalty, which would get him tossed out and a suspension.
Yeah, it has been a while since, of course, I was broadcasting this, as I took a little bit of last year off. So once we figure this out, Wallum does get 2 minutes on the board. We'll figure out what exactly caused it, whether it was penalty accumulation or if it was a 2 and 10 for boarding. There's no head contact falls under that 2 and 10. But anyway, now into the corner, there's another penalty. Johnson. Looks like Johnson might get a trip on that one. And hopefully we can make it through the next 51 seconds without another penalty.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a big challenge. I mean, at this rate, that's starting to get back up there in the penalty rate. We'll get a look at it there. Johnson just brings him down. And Homestead's going to take a timeout.
So we'll be right back here on SummitCitySports.com.
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday.
And so we are back here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, hopefully going to get through this next 51 seconds without another penalty. As now it is Johnson going to the box for hooking. It is a 4-on-3 man advantage for the Carroll Chargers, and it's 9-6 in favor of the Homestead Spartans. As I said, 51.8 remaining on the clock. And we will see where this goes. It is Cameron Perry to the draw, and he wins it to Leninger. Leninger with it now, coming down to the corner. Leninger out to the point. Looks like for Demiri. Demiri, he gets poked right there. Cross with it now. Cross. Looking to center. Demiri, a shot. Save. Rebound. Cleared away there by Reichert. And now it's going to be controlled by Perry. Perry, a shot. That goes wide. And now it's going to be played by Demiri. Demiri at the point. Over to Cross. Cross shot blocked there by Scholler, and now Perry with it, trying to center it. That goes off the stick of Copeland, and Reichert sends it down the ice with 8 seconds remaining. Back to 4-on-4 hockey. 5 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
And we stop. All right.
And referee Hoyt just says run it down. Homestead gets the first victory of the year, 9-6 over the Carroll Chargers. Thanks to a great effort by number 12 of the Carroll Chargers, Homestead Spartans here. That is Cody Hurley. 4 goals on the night.
Just all-around great night there from Hurley. I mean, 4 goals speaks for itself, you know. And he just did a bunch of things right there, played physical, everything he's known for doing, and really helped his team out there as they pull out this win here on opening night.
So that'll do it for us here on SummitCitySports.com for game number 1 of the 2019-20 campaign. Please join us here in a couple minutes as we get ready for the Fort Wayne Vipers' first ever game in existence against the Leo Lions right here on SummitCitySports.com coming up after this ice cut.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement,